Ladies and gentlemen, so how many of you are here to improve yourself and to grow professionally and personally? That's good. How many of you have reached your full potential and reached the Maslow's self-actualization level?
Sometimes.
It's a work in progress. So we all strive to reach that level. We all are here to improve. It's a journey. In this journey, we do different things. We have ups and downs. I have a problem, a behavior I wanted to change for a long time. I'm a procrastinator par excellence. Kind of, if there is a doctorate, they can give me a PhD for that. I've been trying to overcome that entire my life. It's a frustrating journey. My best critics are at my home, my wife and daughters. They make hell lot of fun out of that. They're enjoying. So as I grow through frustration, I saw other friends and colleagues go through the same kind of thing. Various examples I can give, who went through this, who do all their best to improve themselves, but keep failing. So I was researching further, like what exactly is causing this? We have all the resources, we have everything, why are we failing? Why are we not keeping it up? I found that the reason is this. These are just a fraction of books I go through. You have all the resources, all these books, the videos, your Facebook, Twitter, everything. Constantly you're bombarded with self-improvements, self-growth, personal improvements, personal development, whatnot. And on top of that, you have professional speakers claiming to change you like this. All of those things basically are a fleeting moments of your motivation. And then a couple of days later, after spending few $1,000s, it goes down. So I came up a framework to overcome my problem and to figure out how can I get better. It's a work in progress. I'm going through the journey. I frame it as input versus output. The input is all of these books and what I'm taking in. The output is what we are trying to do. It's not an exaggeration to say my input or output is probably like 20 or 30. That means I'm spending 30 minutes of doing this and probably 1 minute of doing what I'm supposed to do. So that's a disconnect. And everybody does that. So basically the input, the output should be greater than the input. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you look around, there is so much information. This is an information overload. So my framework, whatever I came up with, whatever I'm trying to implement on myself, getting better, and whoever I mentor, it's preaching easy, more than practice. So during that, I figured out that if I cut down my constant urge to learn and know and do, and step on acting, step on doing, having that execution mindset, implementation mindset, it will be a lot better. It's not like a goal-oriented. It's a journey, and enjoy the journey. So I framed it, I named it the framework. I checked in the Google, it's not there. It's a minimalist motivational framework. And if you like me, you can call it a Maturi motivational framework too. It's a kind of narcissism on my best. So that's what exactly is minimalist. There is a big movement going on to declutter, to cut down your consumption, whatnot. There's a lot, people are taking it to the extreme. So my framework is a way to simplify things rather than complicate and get frustrated. It's based on 5 key tenets. I call them SLIM. The first one is self-efficacy. It's about knowing yourself, that you are capable of doing this and trying to do. So when I refer to them and talk about them, constantly it goes to you. So you are the one, you are the foundation, you are the change enabler, you are the change. All leads to you. Everybody else is a peripheral actor. So in my SLIM, S is self-efficacy. The next L is lean. You might have heard of lean manufacturing from Toyota, lean startups, lean professional development, whatnot. Lean is a process of self-improvement, continuous improvement to meet your goals over a long period of time and trying to get better. So the third one is I. That is information intention. That is taking steps, having those steps towards your long-term goals that lead to your goals. That is information intention. Then the next M is mindfulness. The mindfulness of being here, being present, looking at your inner self and external forces and figuring it out and putting them in the right perspective. And the final M in the SLIM is minimalism. The decluttering, cutting down all the complexity, making it more complex than what it needs to be. So that SLIM is the philosophy I bought in and I'm using it. It's a work in process. That's a journey that goes on and I'm enjoying the journey. I am a couch potato once upon a time, and within 6 months from a couch potato, I ran a marathon. So far I ran 2 marathons and I'm running 1 more. That is how did I do that from a couch potato to a marathon runner in 6 months? Because I ran the first mile, then I ran the second mile. Now it's the information intention of taking those steps and having those steps, and you will all go through ups and downs. I'm not suggesting that you should not do the learning and you should cut down the input. The input is needed because the input is what makes us. But the input should not be at the expense of the output. The output should be always exponentially more than the input. So whatever you have already the foundation, good. You need to have the continuous motivation, keep referring it, but not make that as the main journey and be lost like me. Keep going from one site to another website, life hacker, fast company. Every day, every minute, you see something like 7 things to improve yourself. If you go back, it's again same wine in the new bottle. Basically, if you go anywhere, if somebody like Tony Robbins talking about this, we'll be paying like $5,000. And I know my friends who have gone through this kind of workshops, has done all of these kind of things, but at the end of the day, they're the same. Years after years. And I was kind of asking them, what happened? Why you are still the same? Because they are in this journey, in the loop, endless loop of learning, but not applying, not taking the moments to apply and figure it out, and have those behavior changes. Whether it could be bad behavior changes to stop, or good behaviors to grow. That is all part of the information intention. So that's what I wanted to present to you, that this is a framework. I've used it based on my exponential inputs. I figured it out and I'm trying to apply. It's an ongoing journey, and I given the time, I cannot give all the details of the implementation. But whatever I have figured out is basically you as a foundation, knowing yourself and trying to figure out what works for you, and having a good support system like people like here, and finding your own support system and making you go through that and make it simplify that. Don't get overwhelmed, don't get constrained, don't fall into the loop of constant input. Make your output better. Thank you very much.